Hi, this is Michael Argentini, and in this video, I'm going to talk about Scribe and show you how to install it. So right now I'm on the scribe.app website. This is a place where you can go to get information on how to use Scribe, access downloads, contribute to the open source project, or contact us. So I recommend that you use this as a resource, no matter what your use case is for Scribe. So what is Scribe? Scribe is a command line tool for backing up and restoring SQL Server databases, and you can use it on Windows, Mac, and Linux machines. It backs up and restores in separate steps. So it'll back up to script files that you can version in your repository with your project, and then you can restore in a separate step. That allows you to do things like cross VPN barriers. So if you back up a database that's on one VPN, you can restore it to another that's on a different VPN. That's just one example. It's written with .NET 5 and C#, and the open source project is now live, so I encourage you to visit it and to contribute if possible. If you'd like to use Scribe in your toolchain just as a backup restore tool, and you don't need to contribute to the project, you can simply download the installer and run it. So if you go to the downloads page on the Scribe app website, you'll see that at the bottom, it lists the operating systems and versions that are supported. And then at the top, there's a link to jump to the Scribe releases page. So I'll go to the GitHub repository here, and I'll jump to the releases page manually. And here you'll see the latest version, and any prior versions will be below it. At the bottom of this particular release, you can see there are two installers. One's for Mac OS, and it's a package file. The other is for Windows, and it's an MSI installer. Linux users will have to run the .NET command to execute Scribe or build their own packager. So assuming that you've already installed Scribe, you can bring up your PowerShell, your Mac terminal, or your command prompt, and you can simply type Scribe. And when you do, you should get this readout. It tells you the version of Scribe you're running. In this case, it's 1.2. For Mac OS, it would say Windows, obviously, if you're running on Windows, and what CLR you're running under, which is .NET 5.00. It also tells you can run Scribe help to get help. So if I do that, you'll see you'll get a paged help utility. And this fully documents how to use Scribe, every command for backup and restore. You can use your arrow keys to jump around. You can hit W to jump to the website or hit escape to abort. Now, if you'd like to contribute to the project, you'll notice on the main page of the scribe.app website, there's a contribute link. If you click that, it takes you to the repository on GitHub, which is here, and you can just clone the project and have fun with it. Again, it's written with .NET 5 and C#, so before you play with the code, you'll want to install .NET onto your machine. So if you go to the .NET.Microsoft.com website and go to the downloads area, you'll see that the current version 5.00 is here. And at the bottom on the left column, you'll see the different OSs. So there's a package manager instruction set for installing through a package manager for Linux. Mac OS, you can download the x64 version. I assume there'll be an Apple M1 chip version at some point too. Windows processor versions, etc., they're all here. So once you install this, you can then clone the repository and build. I'm going to go into the project directory. This is the root of the repository project. You can see the license, the README, etc. I'm going to go into the Scribe project itself, and there's the source code. So you can type .NET run, and there you can see it's the same message that I saw when I ran the Scribe command from the release install. And you can run all the other commands this way too. The only drawback here is it's a little slower as it will compile the project before it runs each time. I would recommend that you always refer back to the Scribe website. When you need help, there's a how-to section, and it fully documents all the features of Scribe.